Good afternoon, good morning, Fabulites. I have questions for you. What opens with Momo? More Mo. And what closes with Ted is dead? The flashback. Another flashback. Okay, if you guys Daytime Divas, yesterday's episode, I don't have it here. But it will be in the title line. You already saw it, you know. Daytime Divas, yay! You're correct. I'm Angela. The channel is Be Fabulous You. Thank you for clicking and sticking around as we go from opening to closing. So, more or less, we did the best we could to take notes. So, Mo is on another panel talk show, and with, you know, the women panel talk show, and Mo was telling them, you know, she used to hate them because they would always lose to them at the daytime awards, and she's joking about Max and the doorman. You know, Mo got jokes, she funny, people are laughing. Then we shoot over to William and Sonny Boy Sean talking about the fake deliveries, and Sean is kind of processing, realizing, I never knew y'all were together, but I guess it does make sense. I didn't realize this, I didn't realize that. Like, all those deliveries you were making, William, and there was never nothing new showing up. What were you delivering? The sperm. The sperm! Ah! Don't say that. Okay. William expresses that he's not sure about going to the award show with Max, because now that it's public knowledge that Max and William are a couple, you know, he don't really know how he feel about it. You know, they had their relationship. I guess he had some bad feelings about it, but now he got some different kind of bad feelings in a way. So then we see the lunch hour cast. Well, part of the lunch hour cast is Kibby, is Heather and Nina, and they're backstage. They like on a tablet or something, and they watching Mo on the other show. They cracking up. And then they're trying to finalize for the cast what they're going to wear to the daytime awards show. You know, their wardrobe choices and everything. And also they're practicing their loser face, because they used to lose, and they always lose in this category. They be up for it. Are we going to win? No, you're going to lose. They already know that. And we find out that Heather is going to be, she has a clothing line as well. It's called Blessed by Heather, because modest is hottest. So she's going to be wearing some of her own clothes for her line. And then we see Kibby with her sister in the dressing room, or in their little private space, and we find out that the sister wants to be an actress. Kibby didn't know that, we didn't know that, and her sister is really excited to be able to go to the awards show with her sister. Her sister is like, yeah, come on, pick you out a dress. Yeah, okay, come on, that's cool. She wanted to bond and spend time with her sister, and she's, you know, she cool with that. So then we're in Max's office, and the higher ups, they want, I couldn't quite catch who it was as a co-host, and Max is not excited. She thinks that she'll bomb. And then we see Mo at the lunch hour backstage, and Max is kind of like, you know, she doesn't have the appeal that you think that she does. And I think she's talking about Mo at that time, and there's like a group gathered around Mo. She just looks really charismatic and fun, and like everybody just loves Mo. That's how it looks. And Max is approaching, and she's kind of like, eh. And Mo tells Max that she had an offer from the other morning talk show, and you know, the show, you know, Max, the show that'll be taking the award again tomorrow. You know, they just go in on each other, the two of them, Max and Mo. So then we see Mo at her hairstylist, and Mo is like, you know, what do you think about my act? You know, they're gonna make me a deal. Shh, don't tell anybody. Shh, it's a secret, don't tell anybody. And her hairstylist is like, you know, your act was okay. Oh, that's cool. They're gonna make you a deal, whatever. And then as soon as Mo gets up, homegirl is texting, tweeting, whatever. She's spilling the tea that she just got about Mo getting this offer from this daytime talk show. And that's actually by design. I didn't know that Mo knew who she was dealing with, but Mo knew. Mo put her on, she gave her an assignment, and the woman took the assignment. Okay, so then we see Callie. That's the new Snapchat snapping host, the co-host who's come on, and she doesn't watch the show. She don't quite know who they are. She doesn't really care. They're not relevant. relevant to her. Her world is all in her own camera, looking at herself basically and her followers or whatever. And she says the phoneless and homeless is her favorite charity, and that's where they give iPhones to you know, the people who are homeless. And she done got on everybody's nerves by now. So Heather is like, well, what about well, who pays for... I got an event popping up on my phone, and my phone is acting so weird. What about who pays for the service plan? You know, you give them these phones, but how do they get service? Are you paying for that? And then Callie is silent. She don't have nothing to say, because she probably don't donate to the charity. She, you know, she's shallow, and she's shallow. She's shallow. She ain't about nothing. Okay, so then we see Sean with the detective guy, and the detective guy is like, your story matches, so your mom and the doorman, you know, how long do you think they were together? And Sonny Boy Sean is like, you know, about a year. And then we're back, we're not back, but we're at the swag room for the award ceremony that's happening. It's like, I guess you can go in there before the show and kind of pick stuff out. And Mo shows up, and Nina is opposed. You know, she's like, well, why do we have this room here to give rich folks stuff that they can afford to buy? You know, this is like, she's showing that she is socially conscious, that this is beneath her, you know, blah, 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 blah. But then she does end up getting seduced by this beautiful little clutch bag that she just thinks is really beautiful and she wants. So then we see Sean telling his mom that he spoke to the detective and that the Ted murder thing is over. Last show, Max thought that she had spoken to the detective and that it was squashed, but it just keep coming back. What's this thing that you kill? It's like a zombie. You kill it and you think it's dead. It keep coming back. So then we're back in the swag room, and Nina is fighting with Star Jones over the bag, and Nina ends up winning the battle, but she gonna lose the war, says the best-selling author, beloved personality, and lawyer Star Jones. That's how she basically tells us who she is, and tell her, you know, go on and take that bag, girl. We'll see. And then we see Sean and his mom, and he's saying, you know, well, maybe the higher uppers are right and we can't replace Mo. Maybe we should just get Mo back. And mom is like, you know, she was fired for sexual harassment. And he's like, you know, well, the higher uppers had basically said they could make that go away. So then we're on the red carpet for the award show, and Nina has a whole new life due to this swag room clutch, because once she got that clutch that she fell in love with, then the dress didn't work. Then once she got the dress that worked with the clutch, then the shoes didn't work, then the hair didn't work, that makeup didn't work. So she looking kind of all brand new to them. You know, she's making a different kind of statement. So Mo is working not for the fashion police, but for the fashion cops. She's on the, you know, on the red carpet, working the red carpet. And Heather's husband shows up, and Heather sees him. She says that her line is fashion forward and God-fearing. Heather, blessed by Heather, is that the name of the line? Then Kibby's mom shows up instead of her sister, and the mom is like, oh, the sister had too much homework to do, but you know, I'm here. And Kibby like, you got on the dress that my sister picked out, and she didn't even let her come to the show. You are foul. You're wrong. I don't like you. She don't like her mama. And then Star Jones is outing the makers of the clutch that she and Nina fought over as socially irresponsible slave laborers. But she's basically doing it on camera and on air. Like, I don't know why, you know, she's not a lawyer, but she's an award-winning journalist. So I don't know why she didn't know this and why she's promoting this terrible, awful company. And Nina is truly traumatized by this experience. So then we see the Lacey from Outer Spacey Dad is going to be presenting their award category for the daytime talk shows or whatever. Mo is still red carpet interviewing him, and she puts him and Kibby together on camera, and we see that Kibby is dry, she is stiff, she's fake smiling, and she's trying to get away. We can tell it's something traumatic that has happened as far as she's concerned. She is not feeling it. She's trying to be professional. she not feeling him. Okay, so then Max is trying to oversell William. People are like, oh, is this the doorman? Well, he's not just a doorman. He's a 5-star chef. He's not just a doorman. He's a jazz aficionado. He's not just a doorman. He's a, you know, and William is kind of like, I'm just William. You ain't got to go all over and above for me. And then the Snapchat child is being very annoying. I don't know what she's doing, but she getting on my nerves. I just kind of shifted my focus elsewhere. She's getting on my nerves. So then we see that Nina is upset. She's worried about trending is socially irresponsible. And the Snapchat child is like, you don't even have to worry because stuff like that does not trend. You are not relevant. And then then somebody asked Max about William, and so because she had been accused by him of going too overboard, now she's like, well, this is William, my doorman. I met him at the door. He opened it. So it's like she go from over to under. So they're really kind of struggling to try to find their way as a couple in the public eye. Kibby's mom keeps trying to offer Kibby a drink. Kibby is an alcoholic. Her mother has no respect, no care for that, no awareness, no consciousness. Her mother is just really backward, small-minded, ignorant, and just not attractive. Kibby is like, I was 14 when I met him, and I was 18 when it happened. She's talking about her TV dad. And her mom is like, see, he waited till you were 18. He's a gentleman. Her mother is like, you know, he has this new show. And Kibby's like, I'm not going to play his daughter anymore. I don't want anything to do with him. Her mom is like, oh, you're too old to play his daughter. You know, maybe you might not be too old to play his wife. But your sister, I was thinking she would be good for it. And Kibby is like, you are disgusting. You know, like, you're going to put my sister in a situation with a child molester. You know, I've been traumatized by it. But her mother does not have the consciousness to, her mother is oblivious. Her mother is a hot ass mess. So Max gives the network an ultimatum because they're like, oh, Mo. And Max is like, look, I'm basically tired of this. Either it's me or it's Mo. What you gonna do? What you want? And the network is like, okay, we're gonna look for a replacement for Mo because we want you, Max. Okay, so then we realize that the Blessed by Heather dress that Heather is wearing is showing her nipples. Whenever the camera flashes, her nipples flash. It's like it's the fabric. So, and she's being the opposite of modest. She's being the hottest, I guess. I don't know if it's hot or not, but she's being the opposite of modest. And William and Sonny Boy Sean are talking, and William lets it slip to Sonny Boy Sean, basically something that lets Sean know that that Max and William have been together for at least 5 years instead of the 1 year that they claim. So it's kind of like, he's like, what's really going on, you know? And then we see that most of the cast of the lunch hour is in the bathroom or wherever they are, in the ladies lounge or whatever, and the award for their category is being announced. And of course, because they all in the bathroom, Murphy's Law, they win. Woo! But the only one who is out there to collect the award is Mo, because even though Mo is not on the show now, she was for the season that they got nominated for. So you know, they in the ladies' room because they used to losing. Miss Ladybug goes up to collect the award, and she's giving the speech, and they're trying to get from the bathroom to the stage, and it's a long trek that they have. We find out during the commercial break, this is an aside from the actual show, but that next week will be the 2-hour season finale of the Daytime Divas. Heather's hubby gives her his jacket to cover up her nips. So, you know, they're kind of getting to a smoother place in their relationship. You know, the two of them, you know, Heather and her husband. And then we see Mo giving the acceptance speech while the rest of the cast is doing a marathon to try to reach the stage. And Mo gives a really nice assessment of Max. You know, she even though she clowns her, she respects her. She sees that she's a good woman. She has a good heart. She's trying to do the right thing. She's just who she is. She's Max, and she does it the Max way. So then, now they parked on the other side of the street. It's people trying to get by behind, and they just moving so super slow. Elders, I mean, it's just something. So Max invites Mo to rejoin the lunch hour. Like, woo, you know, she decides to stop fighting it and just, you know, go with it. And then we see Nina is like, you know, this clutch is terrible and you probably have all been talking about it, and I'm gonna sell this clutch, and I invite everyone in here to sell all of their swag. Who's with me? And nobody's with her. Okay, so then while Nina is giving that talk about who's with me and this bag is awful and we're going to do something good for the world, Max and Mo are renegotiating Mo's salary. Basically, she, you know, Mo is like, well, they offered me more money, blah, 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 blah. And Max is like, okay, whatever. So, you know, Mo has come back in a better position than she left. And Kippy tells her father, meanwhile on stage, her TV father, that if he touches her sister, she's going to kill him. Then Max finds out that Mo played her. The other show doesn't want her. And they're like, we didn't make her any offer. She's probably the one who started that rumor. You know, thanks for taking her off our hands. Now, I don't know if that's necessarily true or not, but it sure made... you know, it made Max feel a certain way. And it made me think, oh, Mo's been playing it all along. She's been playing the game. Okay, so then we come upon William cussing some guy out. And Max is like, you know, William, this is my career. You can't be out here cussing people out. And William is like, this is not my career. I'm out of here. Bye. And then we see Kippy and her TV dad in the car. And he's like, you know, we had fun. It was fun until the end. And I cared for you. And I saw how vulnerable you were. And, you know, she is really traumatized. Kippy is upset by this. And she's like, you know, get out of the car. You know, I don't want to hear it. You know, because when it, you know, she was too young for all of that mess. And that's like that predator mindset. You know, and a lot of times these child molesters, they're like, they don't think, they're like, I would never hurt a child. I'm just showing her how to make love to a man. They have this weird way of processing stuff that doesn't take into account, because they can't, the fact that someone is hurt and traumatized and just jacked up for the rest of their life. So that's how he is. He's just like a really, really creepy guy. And then we see Heather and her hubby. I don't remember what happened, but, you know, I think they're basically mending their relationship or getting to a better place with their relationship. Nina and Sean, we see them bonding. He doesn't know, they're bonding, they're reconnecting. And he says, she's like, you know, what's up? And he's like, you know, my mom is lying to me about something important and I really don't know what to do. Then we have a flashback of Ted and Ted's killing, and then I have Kippy and Daddy. I don't know what that is, but that's basically the end of the episode. I probably missed a lot. If I missed anything important, please let me know in the comments down below. I'm Angela again. The channel is Be Fabulous You. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really like this show. It's so many shows. It's some good shows on TV that are really hard to capture for me in this way, just the magic and the, you know, this is a good show. But that's what I got. Fabulous Be You. Be fabulous. Be fabulous you. Peace.